Okay. Okay. All right.
Oh, itulah tak nampak player dia. Okay, good afternoon. Can all participants please sit at the center of the hall so that later easier we have a group photo. Okay, before we start, a short announcement. Please silent or mute your mobile phones, and if possible, please don't leave the hall before the event ends. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all participants and guests. Thank you for joining us for today's industry talk, where we will be exploring valuable insights from professionals shaping the digital world today. It's our great pleasure to welcome Miss Ivy To, Executive Director of iDynamics Software Sendirian Berhad, to share her talk titled 404 Career Not Found. Let's Fix It. Okay, Miss Ivy is a technology leader passionate about transforming how business and talents thrive in the digital age. At iDynamics, she companions digital transformations, ERP innovations, and e-invoicing adoptions across Southeast Asia. Beyond her impressive work in technology, she also deeply committed to helping young professionals bridge the gap between classroom learning and real-world impact, one career story at a time. Okay, sorry, Miss Ivy, I took this from your slides. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, let us give a warm round of applause to welcome Miss Ivy To.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can my voice be heard? Okay. Okay. I'm happy to be here today. To have the chance to actually to meet you guys. You guys actually the final year graduates, right? So it's either. Oh, okay. It's either proceeding to the internship or permanent job. Is that correct? All of you actually is you have the compulsory internship program to fulfill. You have. All right, good. Okay. Okay. The reason I'm here today, just to talk about this interesting topic. So if you actually listen to this topic, it says 404 career not found. It sounds very much like error message, right? So apply it to what we are actually having in our mind right now. So once you have actually graduated, what's actually at the back of your mind? What's the exactly the what do you call that? The questions that you would think, where you want to go, what type of company you want to join. If I choose this company, what would be the role that I would like to actually get myself involved? So anyone would be interested to tell me if you have something in mind that you're very clear of, that you want to actually embark in your internship? Nobody, right? So if you're graduating from faculty of computer science, so basically you are looking at technology integration kind of role. You're looking at data analyst. You're looking at software consultant role and also software engineering role. Am I right? Okay, all right. You guys give me a little bit of response. All right, thanks. Okay, I think Dr. Ng can actually explain a little bit of our company introduction. iDynamics Software is actually leading the digital transformation for all the businesses, yes. From accounting solution to ERP and ERP to AI and also e-invoicing across Southeast Asia. At the moment, we are actually established in Malaysia, so we have an entity in Singapore, looking into embarking into Indonesia by next year. All right. Hope to actually have you guys actually to join our team as well. So beyond tech, Mr. Ng actually mentioned just now also, in iDynamics, we focus very much into people. So what makes the company grow is actually the people, the talent that we have in our company. So the company doesn't actually operate by themselves. So what we need, what the industry professional needs are actually the people like you, innovative people, people with curiosity, and that has the mindset of continuous learning. I just realized that when I come to this room, right, I don't think you guys can actually scan using your phone because it's the connection is pretty slow. So what I actually did is I did a little bit of changes. You guys want to try? Can you actually scan and get into the quiz? Are you guys able to get into the quiz? Yeah? Okay. I think this is the first question. You guys done with all the questions? Do not really need to think so much. Just answer it with your guts. Are you done with question 1, right? Are we all done with the questions? Okay. Okay, assuming actually all of you are actually done with the question, I would like to actually come back to the screen. Okay, I guess actually the first question you guys went through is what skills do employers actually value most in today's workplace? Can you actually give me a raise of hand? How many of you actually chose the first answer, effective communication? Thank you very much. What about strong technical skill? Thanks. Ability to take instruction well? Oh, okay, thank you. Punctuality without teamwork? Okay, okay, nobody chooses that. Okay, all right. Okay, there's no right and wrong, okay? But there is actually one very important among all of them, okay? Strong technical skill, I totally agree. Without technical skill, you can't be able to perform your duties and your job, okay? Ability to take instructions well, that's something that is so basic or fundamental that we have to do, right? Okay? Punctuality is also something that we really have to do. But on top of all this, effective communication actually comes on top. Imagine every one of you here have the degree. You're graduating soon. Everybody actually looking at getting experience, getting the technical skill, or in fact, for software engineering people, the potential candidate that wants to actually move into software engineering. You'll be thinking, I already have the skill. I know how to do coding. This is my skill. So what I need to do is just show you, employer, my technical skill, my programming skill. But do you know that the next person that's just sitting right beside you also have the same? They have the same technical skill that you are having as well. So what actually makes you outstand from the rest of the peers or the colleagues? So the magic word is effective communication. So when we come to talk about effective communication, wow, so general. What do you mean by effective communication? Okay, so when you're actually being assigned on a duty or a task to do by your employer or by your superior, immediate superior, so this is the thing. So what will be your first question? What will be your first question? So very simple, like how you actually got your assignment, right? Bila deadline. When are you expecting me to actually give you this, when are you expecting me to complete this task? That's the first thing, all right? Usually the supervisor or your immediate superior will give you the timeline. But be a little bit more different from other colleagues. Ask the timeline because sometimes they overlook. You should ask the timeline. You should ask who is actually your target group. You should ask a lot of questions. I'm just focusing on the software engineering part first. I'm talking about a program that you are actually being assigned to develop. So there are so many questions. They are actually instruction and also requirements. You are following each and every one of the instruction. But actually what makes you stand out and different from others is actually the curiosity and your, what do you call that, your critical thinking, that you probably will want to ask more. Why do they need this? Then if I were to develop this, well, this program can be actually used in other industries. So that actually makes you actually think even more. So that's why this is effective communication. And let's not talk about technical. Okay, then my next question will be, my next problem will be, I was given the task, but I have some issue. I am not able to use the tool. I have some complication. Are you going to sit there and just not do anything or actually delay the delivery until your immediate superior comes and look for you? Hey, the deadline is due. So where is the work? You guys will say, actually, I do not, I can't really navigate from here. I face some issues. So that's another problem. You don't raise the issue. You don't escalate the issue. You don't tell your immediate superior. You don't tell your colleague that what the problem that you are facing. This is why I say, don't be afraid to tell what you don't know. Don't be afraid to admit what you actually did wrong. That's the meaning of effective communication. So rather than actually just being silent, it's actually a very negative attitude that one should have. Okay? And the last thing would be, if you are actually a leader in this task, you have your subordinates, you have your team members, delegate the task. How are you delegating the task? Because that's another tricks or another actually the skill of communication. How are you delegating it to them actually while you monitor their work progressively? And do you actually communicate with them, engage with them, get their response? So all these are actually what we call effective communication, because we are working in an organization, we're not working alone, we're not working with our assignment alone. But I think in university also, you're not working on your assignment alone, right? You do work in a group, right? Yeah. So but in a group, but you find your friend. You find someone that is actually so close to you that you're so comfortable to work with. But in an organization, you might be working with someone that you don't really like his face. You don't really like. So how are you going to work with him? See, get everything documented, whatever being communicated, formalize it. That's actually very important. Okay, all right. Which job is projected to be rising fastest around 2030? Anyone actually answer EV assembly line worker? Okay, I take it as a no. Okay, nurse practitioner? I take it as no as well. Big data specialist? Okay, almost everyone, all right. Retail cashier, definitely no, right? Okay, I'm going to relate it to my next slide later. So degree matters most than adaptability. Is that true or false? Anyone answer true? No, okay. So all of you answer false? Okay, thank you so much. So, okay, all right. So you guys actually know all the concept of technical and adaptability. Yes, I just want to actually stress it again. Adaptability is very important. If you are in the opening ceremony while Dato Professor Dr. Shamala was talking just now, she was actually saying about adaptability is so much important, so much crucial. Okay, let's look into what are the future work will look like by 2030. So we are talking about 78 million jobs to be created. Oh, I'm really sorry. There's some. I think this slide. Okay, it's okay. I just want to do some correction. It's not 107. It's not 78 millions. It's 170 millions of jobs created, and 92 million jobs will be disappearing by 2030, according to the World Economic Forum report. So when you actually go back today, probably you can actually surf through the World Economic Forum report, have a look at that report, and you can actually have a lot of insight on the upcoming trend and also economics. All right. So we're talking about these three trends: AI, EV, data analytics are reshaping all the industries now. I'll give you an example. When you're talking about AI, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to actually study computer science. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to also be in a technology company. Again, I would like to relate it back. It's my favorite scenario or my case study. If you are in a pharmacy industry, all right, if you are a GM there, if you are a if let's say you are someone actually managing operation there, you are the head of operation, you are the GM. So how does AI, I mean, what do you think? How do you think that AI can actually improve my pharmacy business? Right? When we talk about AI, right? So it's the first thing that actually comes to a business owner's mind will be what will be the item or the medicine that's actually selling so good? How would you want to actually trace it? How do you want to know it so that you can actually replenish this and actually makes your store, your retail, your pharmacy gets more walk-in to get that medicine? But how do you actually know? It's actually from analysis. So, and when we're talking about which product, so it's on recurring basis. The same customer coming in at different timing buying the same medicine. And you can also actually check on the demographic, meaning to say age group of your consumer. Is it within which range? Then the gender, the what do you call it, the race, and then their where they stay. So these are what we call demographics, right? So basically from all this information, you roughly actually know your customer segment. Okay, when a business owner know their customer segment, that's where they can improve their business by what do you call that? Replenishing more of that same product that's so sellable, and also doing some promotion or also campaigns that is suitable for the age group and also the community. All right. So why am I telling all this from the business owner's perspective, guys? Why? Because you want to be an outstanding employee, right? You really have to stand in the foot of the business owner. So then, basically from there, you will actually have the curiosity and also the critical thinking. Okay, all right. Okay, so it's the same. Learnability actually outbids a degree titles. So what it means is the value of continuous learning that has to be in every one of you. Cannot stop. You can't stop learning. I actually also got my MBA at the age of few years ago. So I am planning to actually get my doctorate as well. So there's no age limit for everyone in education and also learning. All right. Okay, the great hire. Companies hire for adaptability and curiosity. So that's what I've been actually stressing just now, adaptability and curiosity. With curiosity, you think of more new ideas. You actually don't do the same what other people are actually doing. You do more, you do something different. Curiosity is something that adaptability is you being able to adapt what you actually learn, right? Another thing actually is very important where we always talk about, it's not that one thing that you learn, it's the effort that you put in to continuing learning from time to time. Nobody actually born genius, right? We learn as we age, we learn as we actually get our education. Okay, so this is actually the myth. So what type of job do you think you want to embark on after you graduated? So the first thing is actually to know yourself. This is very important. What are the hard skills? What are the soft skills that you have? Okay, go through these tools here. It's listed here. The DISC, MBTI, Enneagram. It's actually free and it's very insightful. You go through the questionnaire, discover the type of person you are. Okay, are you an inspiring person? Are you a dominant person? All right. Are you a supportive character person? So go through it and discover yourself. Okay, I'll let you know why is it actually very important. You have to discover your strength after you have actually gone through the questionnaire. You need to actually write down the top 3 things that you're good at, the top 3 things you enjoy doing, right? Then match it with the roles stated here. So we have 3 types of roles in any organization: the frontliners, the operational level, and also the back end. Okay. So I give an example. Frontliners will be someone actually meeting customers, someone actually getting the customers' needs, understanding them and talking to them, delivering what we want to deliver to them. Operational level is what you need to actually manage the team. You need to be hands-on to do the job. And whereby the back-end people will be those people who actually work on the system, work on the data. Right? Once you have the data, you basically pass on the idea, the data to the consultant. The consultant will know. Okay, very interesting that I want to actually talk a little bit more on this when you actually discover your strength. So when you discover your strength, you'll be able to actually utilize this strength to know where you are good at and what you enjoy doing it. Maybe I should ask, how many of you actually very, very keen into software development? Oh, okay, all right, some response there. So how many of you think that I'm a very people's person? So once I actually graduated, I would like to actually have some roles that I can actually face customers. I can face people. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. I guess this group people here, you guys are coding people. You like codes, you like programming, so you want to have the sense of satisfaction once you actually get the program done, right? It works well. Okay, that's, again, no right and wrong. It's very much dependent on how you actually connect it to what you like to do and what your strengths are. So discover yourself. You'll be surprised. Probably you discover some roles, some type of jobs that you never thought of. So what employers actually look for? The myth is we're always talking about CGPA, results. Do you think employers really look at results? Really? Okay. Yes. Employers don't really care about the results so much, because everyone who actually comes into an organization, they basically are already qualified. You already get your degree, you are qualified, you have gone through what you have learned in your universities. Now it's a matter of how you actually apply what you have learned to the real world, to the real opportunities out there. How to connect, how to adapt. But you'll be asking me, hey, I don't have the experience, Ivy. When if you actually ask me to join an organization, I have the skill, I already have the degree, but you always talk about adaptability, but I don't have experience at all. How do employers actually gauge me? How do you actually know whether I'm suitable or not, whether I'm good or not? So it will be actually really based on a few questions during the interview. The interviewer will ask. So they probably will be asking, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? So somehow you still need to get yourself prepared. Then they will be actually qualifying you from there, all right? And of course, they will also check with you guys what are the projects and assignment that you have did before. I don't know. I came across this a group of students where they said they have this program where they go to do internship even in year 1, year 2. It's a short program and things like that. So they actually, even though they thought it's actually just year 1, they thought they just want to actually do it very well because they know there will be actually some portfolio that they can actually, to keep it, to write about it later and to talk about it later. But I'm sure during your university degree, right, you went through 3 years, 4 years, right? So you have assignments and major projects that you do, right? So be a little bit creative in the talking, express yourself, effective communication, express yourself during that qualifying session, the interview, express yourself what you did to every single details. You'll be thinking that, hey, I'm not going to talk this, right? It's so common. When I actually tell the employer, the future employer, they'll be thinking like, oh, this is something that is a must-have. No, just talk about everything, every single detail. You won't know actually what attracts them when you actually talk about everything. When you're able to talk about everything, that's where you're showing your effective communication skills. Don't just answer according to the question. All right. So do get a little bit of advanced. What do you call that? You should ask the question. If the interviewer actually asks you a question, so you probably will say, okay, this is the answer, but am I allowed to actually talk a little bit more? Am I allowed? Yeah. If yes, please talk more. Employer, your future employer would want to actually hear from you. Okay, all right. That's actually the engagement that anyone would want to have. Okay, let's explain the CGPA. It's not really so much on the concern, but of course, if you really have very good result, that will be actually that will actually keeps you in the qualifying list, of course. And next will be the knowing one thing. It's not really that thing anymore. You don't just know one thing, you have to learn continuously. Even I just give you an example, what do you call that, a scenario. I have my support team agent, my technical support team agent. I'll tell a bit of story. She came all the way from procurement executive, okay, with a degree in degree or diploma in admin. That was 8 to 10 years ago. It was 8 to 10 years ago. So will you be thinking, hey, I mean, it cannot be, right? People actually from this background actually coming into the technical team, but it's something that she projected herself. She actually told that she really wanted to given a chance to explore, and she actually said that I have this this thing in my mind that I really want to try, but I know I will not have the chance elsewhere. So when you actually heard this, right? So you'll be thinking that this is something that they really want. Their curiosity is there, the eagerness is there. So yeah, and she was given a chance, and she was actually, she is the technical support team manager now. So she's actually leading the team of technical support executive, right? That actually are graduates from computer science, graduates from multimedia, graduates from software development. What she has in her mind is a continuous learning. She keep picking up actually skills. She keep picking up skills that she's lack of, And the good thing, the strength that she has is actually managing the team, leading the team. So she talks to the team a lot. She knows what's the problem they are facing. So she settled their problem so that the team is so comfortably doing their job, the technical support team doing their job. Yeah, the 3 C's that we are looking at, an employer, or an organization looking at, is actually the communication, collaboration. We're not working alone, right? We're working in a team, so we need to collaborate. And the curiosity, that also matters most, right? Okay, a little summary on this building your career roadmap. So what you need to do is first and foremost, you identify your strength. Go home and do a little bit of that questionnaire thing. Discover your strength. Know yourself, what type of person you are, and you explore the roles and industries out there. And please talk to your faculty, professor, your lecturers, someone you know in the family. All right, your seniors. Do ask them those industries that you have in mind and those roles that you have in mind. What does it look like? How is it like? What do they do? How do they kickstart? How do they find they continuing the same role? So do ask a lot of questions. Check with everyone. All right. The nearest to you all actually are the lecturers, and also I think some industry partners like us actually, or you can actually rate and you can actually connect with us anytime. The last will be you implement, you test it with those projects that you're being assigned. All right. And the last thing that you have to do is actually to build your visibility. That's where all the business professionals are. You build your visibility, you create your LinkedIn account, you have your resume actually written. And please bear in mind a little bit tips on here. The resume, please do it in one to 2 pages. Please don't really have it more than 2 pages. No, employer don't really actually look on contents of so many pages, okay? Do it very compact, concise, and interesting in just 1 or 2 pages, highlighting what you have did and not highlighting what you learn and what you know. Okay. Okay, again, the final piece of advice, career is always never found. If you relate it back to my topic, 404, career is not found, it's built. So don't worry on what type of role you embark on once you have graduated or while you're doing your internship. Just actually do it wholeheartedly and learn it from there and ask more questions, okay? Start building your career journey today, right? If you guys have any questions, feel free. If I do still have the time. I think I still have the time, right? 5 minutes. Oh, okay. Do you guys have any questions that you have in mind that would like to check with me? Yeah. You have someone there. He needs a mic. Does he need a mic?
May I know for like the internship like that, what your expectation for every internship, and what makes you want to absorb them into your company directly after that internship?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Can I have your name? Akmal. Hi, Akmal. Thanks for the question. What would be the employer expectation when we're actually hiring interns, right? So, what do you think will be the expectations? What do you think will be the expectation? What do you guys actually think? What would be the expectation of an employer? Eager to learn something new. Okay. Okay. So if I'm just hiring interns to just come to the organization to just learn, so what does the employer gain? Very very tricky question, Oh, how? 3 months, 6 months, how? Okay, why I'm actually saying that? So related back to effective communication. So even interns, right? You needs to go through interviews, correct? So you ask the employer, so what are our expectations? So I also want to hear from you. If you understand the company well, how can you bring value to the company while you are learning? Think of this. Think of this. How can you bring values to the organization while you're learning and doing your internship there? It's always a two-way thing. When you're able to communicate effectively with the hiring manager for your internship, right? They would definitely want to hear from you. What can you contribute while I'm actually nurturing you, while I'm actually mentoring you at the same time? Because it's not just the 3 to 6 months time. What they want to hear is something beyond that. Internship is very short, really very short. So if they can actually qualify you and actually think that this is someone really very potential, they will actually give the 100% to really train, to mentor, and to develop you, and hoping that you also see the opportunity to continue as a permanent role in the organization. Yeah. I mean, that's why it comes back to the question. So, am I actually just going for the internship for the sake of doing internship? Are you actually really looking into an internship where you really want to continue to the permanent role? Have this thought. Have this thought. Think of it. Then you know how to actually secure a very good internship. All right? Don't just do it for the sake of doing it and completing it. It's your future, guys. It's your future. Don't waste the time. 3 months, 6 months or so, it's quite a long time. You can learn a lot of things. All right? And did I answer your question? Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name Fahmi Putra. I'm from Multimedia Students, and I have two questions. With all due respect, may we know what are the company's core strengths? First question, and second one, may we know what your company offers and benefits for interns? Thank you.
Thank you, Fahmi, is it? Fahmi, very chat GPT lah, your question. Okay, I'm just kidding. Actually, no harm and not embarrassing. It's either you use it, you leverage it to do your work, or you'll be actually at the other end already, correct or not? Okay, you asking what is iDynamics core strength? Okay. So I can actually tell you we are actually business software solution provider. All right. What do we provide? So business software solution provider, you'll be thinking, well, apa itu? What's that? If you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner today, so do you think that you need a system to know how much you make your profit from this business? Do you need, right? So that's called accounting financial system, okay? And then if you're running a bigger business, like you have logistic, you have distribution, you have your inventory, you have your retail, and then you do online business as well. If all of this, Again, I actually relate it back to healthcare. I always like to relate. This is a very simple example. Healthcare has retail, they have pharmacies, they have warehouse, all right? They have to distribute their products, their stocks to those retail, all right? And then they need to manage their logistic, all right? Okay, I don't talk about they produce their own medicine first. So do think about this. All these are the individual modules that this healthcare business needs to have to tie it back to the back end, which is the accounting system. So what does iDynamic provide is actually an accounting system to SME and an ERP system to enterprises. Enterprises actually needs a unified solution that I mentioned just now: financial, production, logistic, warehouse, distribution. So bear in mind, all this system has already been built. You won't be able to build all this core system. You understand what I'm trying to say? You can't be actually coming in to actually develop an accounting system from scratch. So what you need to do is actually to develop additional plugins, additional customization based on the customer needs. That's where data analysts and business analysts comes in. When they actually comes in and work, they actually speak to client. They understand this industry, what their business requirement, what are the processes that they need to actually fulfill to get their business done. But they can't fit into the generic system, the normal accounting system. They can't. They need to actually tell you, as a business analyst, they need to tell you, this is what I want. This is what I face right now. I have problem. I have the system, but I still do a lot of manual work. So how do I actually settle this and make sure I grow my business effectively? No business analyst will actually analyze the problem and think of a solution. Think of a solution on top what we have and also build extra. So our strength is actually more on the customization, So our software development team are actually doing that, okay? Whereby for customer facing, like I mentioned just now, software consultant is the thing. So you meet client, you grab their, you understand from them what are their pain points. They only look for you because they are in pain. They need some solution. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the roles will be either in the software development team that we have internship open, and also the customer-facing role, which is actually the implementation consultant, the business analyst, the data analyst, business analyst, right? Or of course, the technical support team, the software support exec. All right. Did I answer your question for me? All right. Thank you. All right. I think the time is over for the next slot, right? Thank you so much, you guys.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Ivy, for that inspiring and insightful session. I'm sure everyone here has gained valuable perspectives on building a meaningful career in today's digital area. Okay, if you have more questions, you can refer to their booth, iDynamics booth in Block C, just in front of the lift. Okay, it's a very strategic place. You won't miss it. Okay, you can stop by to ask more. They will be here for 2 full days, today and tomorrow. Okay, to all participants, we hope today's talk has encouraged you to reflect on your own personal journey, to keep learning, stay adaptable, and take bold steps towards your goal. Once again, thank you, Miss Ivy To and iDynamics Software Sendirian Berhad, and thank you everyone for being part of this session. So our next session will start at about 3:45. Is about a mock interview. So if you are interested, please stay. So before we end, can all participants gather to the center of the hall? We have a group photo. Okay, everyone sit near to the center. Then we have a group photo first. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.